Have you ever looked at an image or video and felt completely immersed like you could step into it? That is the magic of HDR, high dynamic range. It's not just a buzzword, it's a revolution in visual storytelling. And as someone with years of experience in creating HDR and Dolby Vision masters, I'm here to tell you why HDR is more than just a creative tool. It's a smart, future-proof investment for your content. Let's start with the basics. HDR delivers a wider dynamic range and color gamut than SDR or standard dynamic range. What does that mean? It means brighter highlights, richer shadows, and colors that are closer to what human eye can perceive. While SDR maxes out at around 100 nits of brightness, HDR can go up to 1000 nits, 2000 nits, or even beyond depending on the display. Dolby Vision, the pinnacle of HDR standards, can support brightness levels up to 10,000 nits. Though most consumer displays currently cap at 1000 to 2000 nits. HDR also offers a significant leap in contrast ratios. SDR typically works within a contrast ratio of 1000:1. But HDR expands this to 20,000:1 or higher. This means deeper blacks, punchy highlights, and an overall sense of depth and realism that SDR simply can't achieve. But here is where HDR really shines when you are in the grading suite. As a colorist, I have noticed something incredible while working in HDR: the freedom it gives us. In SDR, you're often limited to an ISO of 1000 or 2000 before noise and artifacts start creeping in. But in HDR, I've pushed ISOs to 10,000, 20,000, and even 50,000. And the results are clean, detailed, and stunning. That kind of flexibility is a game changer, especially when working with low light footage or high contrast scenes. And it's not just about technical specs, it's about the creative possibilities. With HDR, you can create a sunrise that feels warm and blindingly bright, or a night scene with rich inky blacks and glowing highlights that don't clip or lose detail. The storytelling potential is limitless. Now, someone might still ask, why bother with HDR if theaters don't support it? Well, let's face it. Feature films don't live solely in theaters anymore. The primary market today is OTT platforms. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and beyond. These platforms prioritize HDR and Dolby Vision, and their audiences expect it. HDR content not only stands out visually, but also holds more value in the marketplace. A film or a commercial mastered in HDR is seen as premium content. It's more appealing to buyers, distributors, and audiences alike. Even from the business perspective, HDR is future-proof. Your content might spend a few weeks in theaters, but it will live for decades on digital platforms. As HDR adoption grows, and trust me, it's growing, you're ensuring your project remains relevant and visually stunning for years to come. Let's talk about Dolby Vision for a moment. Dolby Vision doesn't just enhances your visuals, it optimizes them. It uses dynamic metadata to adjust the brightness and color on frame-by-frame basis. This means your project will look just as good on top of the line OLED TV as it does on a mid-range HDR10 display. That adaptability is unmatched, and it ensures that your creative vision is delivered to your audience exactly as intended. And here is another fact to consider. HDR content is becoming the baseline for premium digital distribution deals. Platforms are willing to pay more for HDR or Dolby Vision masters because they know their audiences demands top-tier quality. So yes, HDR grading might cost you more upfront, but the return on investment is undeniable, not just creatively, but financially. Yes, HDR grading requires more effort, more resources, and more expertise. But think about the alternative. Would you spend years perfecting a story, hiring the best crew, and shooting on high-end cameras, only to finish with an HDR master that feels dated the moment it's released? HDR isn't just an upgrade, it's the evolution of visual storytelling. So whether you're working on a feature film, a commercial, or even a short film, consider HDR. Embrace the vibrant colors, the expanded dynamic range, and the future-proof appeal it brings to your work. The world is moving towards HDR, and as storytellers, it's our responsibility to move with it. HDR isn't just the future, it's already here, and it's where your content deserves to be. Cinema Salone is offering you a rare chance to experience the magic of HDR grading at the cost of standard SDR grading. That's right, this is your opportunity to elevate your visuals to breathtaking future-proof standards without stretching your budget. Whether you're crafting a feature film, a commercial, or any video project, this is your golden ticket to explore the limitless possibilities of HDR. Imagine richer colors, sharper contrast, and the visuals that pop off the screen, setting your content apart in today's competitive market. Don't miss this opportunity to step into the magical world of HDR and see your story come to life like never before. For more details or to book a session, reach out to us now. HDR is in the future. It's your path to unmatched brilliance.